Hey, what's up, guys? We're back again for another episode of Casual Anime Guys. I am joined with
Trent.
Brandon. Oh, sorry.
I thought you.
Damn, he forgot my name. He's like,
I
I was
thought he
hoping
was.
you would say something, man.
Well, I thought he was
uh,
gonna do what I do, which is I say both your names because I thought that was.
I
But,
don't know.
okay.
I wanted to, switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
And we have Trent here, since he
Hello.
just want to say his own name. Today we are discussing season 1 and 2 of Mob Psycho 100. What did you guys think about it?
it
Well,
threw me off.
One thing. Well, first off, one thing is this will all be one video. We're gonna do season 1, 2 in this session. Then we'll do season 3, and there'll be like a transition noise in the middle of this. You'll hear it, and then
Little cat hanging from a rope, hanging there.
yeah, and yeah, sort of like what we did with Overlord. But yeah, what were you saying, Brendan?
I said, I don't know. I was like a 50-50. Sometimes animation was really badass. I really got into it. And other times I'm like, this is the dumbest fucking shit I've ever seen in my fucking life. I wanted to kill myself at sometimes.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I don't know. It was cool. I watched it when I was sick this last week and I had a fever. So I was delirious. Going to bed was not fun, dude. I was on like acid. Oh, dude, my wife was like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Fucking ghost sidekicks, fuck, man."
For
Oh,
me, I actually liked this a lot more than I thought I would because like I've always obviously heard of Mob Psycho. I remember like I didn't think I was gonna like it based off the main character because I thought like, oh, he looks like boring and shit. But I actually like the main character a lot. But I'll tell you that the best fucking character is Reagan. I love Reagan. He's awesome.
Reagan
I thought,
and Dimple did make the show.
yeah, I thought it was funny. I liked the action a bit. It's not like the best action, but I thought the action was pretty good for the most part. Yeah, I think this is pretty solid. I know we talked about this before when we were talking about like main characters that are like overpowered. Like we were talking about Ainz and One Punch Man, and I'm pretty sure this is made by the same people who did One Punch Man too.
There was actually an Easter egg in season 2.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, with the Saitama thing. And also the butt chin guy. I think sort of in the first episode. That was kind of funny. This is probably like my third favorite out of those three, but I still liked it quite a bit, and yeah, I liked it a lot more than I thought I would.
Honestly, if they just gave the main character just a little bit more life, not like a whole lot to it defeats the purpose of what they wanted, but just a little bit more. But his character really was like nails on a chalkboard for me.
Really, I liked him. I liked Mob.
I mean, he had moments where he was like nails on a chalkboard.
Mm-hmm.
I guess every anime character does, but protagonist.
What about you, Noah?
I mean, I always liked it. This was always like a series I really enjoyed. So, I mean, I enjoyed rewatching it like again since this is like rewatch number 3.
Mm-hmm. Have you watched season 3 yet?
Not yet.
Ooh, okay.
There you go. That's perfectly.
I've been holding off. I've been holding off for this.
Yeah. So is this like one of your favorite animes or stories?
I wouldn't say one of my favorite, but it's probably like one of my, I guess, like favorite new gen.
I was actually surprised to see how highly ranked this was to this day. Like it's still in like top 10 of Crunchyroll, I think. Top 3, I think.
Mm-hmm. I can kind of see it. I mean, like I just Reagan for me is like the saving. Like if he wasn't in it, it probably wouldn't be as good. I just love his character so much, and I mean like the animation. I mean first off, like the animation's good. Like I like the first fight he has with that Scar guy was awesome. That was like a really cool fight. But I think the animation studio that worked on this worked on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, or in High School Host Club. Soul Eater, My Hero, Skate the Infinity, Godzilla Singular Point, and the Cowboy Bebop movie. So, yeah, animation was really good. Really liked it. Yeah, so I'll just get into my notes real quick. I just, like, I love his... the 100% thing is always so cool when they build up to it. I love it so much. And whenever it gets... like that one time where you see it's just 3 question marks percentage. I was so hyped for that. I thought that was so fucking cool. And yeah, and it's kind of funny because like the first episode with the I guess it turned out to be later Dimple with the he literally tried to do a try not to laugh challenge with Mob. It doesn't make any sense because this whole cult's about like smiling and laughing. It doesn't make any sense. So that was funny. I really like the comedy in this series, but yeah. Apparently there's a live action Mob Psycho series on Netflix.
Oh,
I had
Jesus
no idea.
Christ.
Did you
Is
watch
there?
it? Yeah, it's like 12 episodes. Did you watch it, Noah? Guess not.
No, it died.
I
Oh,
sorry,
did
I
it-
muted my mic.
Oh, okay.
Dude, there's certain things you shouldn't make live action.
And that's just anime in general.
Yeah. No, certain ones you could, like maybe like something based on music or like Your Lie in April. That could be live action.
Okay, not to go off topic real quick. Apparently when did the manga of Berserk come out? Was that like in the 80s or early 90s?
It's like mid 90s, I think. Maybe
Well,
early
whenever
90s.
it first came out, apparently they had a cast to do a live action version of the manga. They weren't before they had the anime. Dude, the cast looked fucking good. I'll get back into that later, maybe after the podcast. You gotta
Okay.
remind me about that.
Jean-Claude Van Damme as Guts. Yeah, I think Reagan's great. Like his freaking graphic exorcism, and he's just on Photoshop taking out the shit. That was so funny. That was great. I mean, what's great about Reagan is like, yeah, he's a con artist, but he's actually a great like teacher or mentor for Mob, which is great. Like that, dude. That first scene they have together when he comes in as a kid, and Reagan's just telling him like, oh, it's just like your powers don't make you any different than anyone else. All right, you just be a good person, whatever. I just fucking love that scene. And like when you find out that Mob knew the whole time that he was a con artist, but still he like thought of him as a master. I thought that was fucking awesome. It's just I really like their relationship. Let's see. I loved some of the ingenuity of the fights was cool. Like when Teru, the blonde guy, put that one fire guy in the orb and he like burned himself alive. That was really cool.
Mhm.
And also Ritsu and Mob's relationship's pretty cool too, because you kind of think in season 1 that's going to be the setup for like the main bad guy is his brother, but then eventually it's not. And their relationship's really cool. I like that a lot. And you go.
Sorry, I was saying the fight scene between when him and his brother first get like approached by the scars with the did you say that the guy in the alleyway?
Yeah, the alley.
Did you talk about that? Or I forget who. What
I
fight
thought
did
it
you
was.
say?
I said it was a cool fight.
Yeah, that was like the first fight that really got me all invested in it.
That man got his doonies beaten.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that was freaking and it was just so good. And I thought the fight at the end of season 2 was cool too. Mob versus the I forget what his name was. The business guy. I forget what his name is.
It was okay, but you know which fight really stuck out to me the most? When he fought Mogami, the guy that was possessing the girl, like the rich man's girl. Dude,
yeah.
He has to be my favorite character right off the bat. The Mogami.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the bad spirit guy.
He was like kind of freaky, and dude, he was just straight up like badass. I'm sorry, I don't
Yeah, it
know.
was-
Like,
Some of the body horror stuff he was doing with her and stuff, like just like
Yeah.
doing that. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Also, one of the bad guy from season 2's henchman, Sarazawa. I like how he's now part of the group at the end. He's just sort of like this like anti-social type guy, and he has like this list of things that like in the OVA he has like this list of things to do and stuff like to make sure he's not like awkward or everything. I thought that was funny. Also, again, what's weird though, and this was again with Crunchyroll, is like with season 1, you know how they would show like Japanese text and then they would show it in like in English and stuff.
yeah,
They didn't do it for season 2. I'm like, motherfucker, there's like, I don't know why they do that. I don't know if it's I hate when they do that.
Cut the budget, you know.
But in season 2, there's a lot of like text, and I'm just like, I don't know what's being said here because it's only in Japanese. And I had subtitles on, but it's not like the subtitle says anything. So I don't. Crunchyroll, get your shit together. It's really annoying.
I don't know if that's Crunchyroll or if that's the producer buddy.
Well, no, I'm pretty sure Crunchyroll is the one who does that. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it's whoever does the sub, right, for the series itself, right? So it's in development. I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. It does it for it does it for Food Wars, but like they did that also on like Toonami when Food Wars was running. You'd see like the English word on top of the Japanese text be like in the same color and stuff. But I mean, I don't know why they do it. And I also thought the disappearing guy was cool. The guy with his like eyes closed, who also worked for the business guy, he was pretty cool. And then just the end of season 1 was probably the best part for me when Mob gave Reagan his power and he's just like slapping that stuff away.
The orbs and everything.
Yeah,
he
like the
flash with the sword and he's like, I told you, stop playing like it's a real sword.
I mean, I don't know if it was a joke, but it said he was at 1,000%. I was like, that was pretty cool. That was badass.
Did you know why?
Why?
Because when he slapped Mob's face, Mob was okay, I'm not fighting, so it transferred to him.
Yeah, it transferred to him.
It was 100% inspiration, I think.
Okay.
I forget what emotion it was.
All right. But yeah, I thought that was probably my favorite part of the series so far. Is just again, Reagan's just great, and
dude,
the other
Reagan,
characters.
When season 2, when the last fight's going on, everyone else is fighting, and Reagan and Mob's passed out, and the big muscle guy comes in.
Yeah,
spraying him, dude.
That was good. So yeah, okay, go back to sleep, buddy. Yeah, Reagan's great. I don't know. I forgot to check out who his voice actor is, but he's really good in the dub. And then a couple other characters, and I'll just ask like, who's your favorite character in all this?
I already know mine, so.
You're asking me?
Yeah, I mean, what's your favorite character?
I don't. I'd have to think on that one. So I like Mob, but I also just like Reagan's.
Reagan is so awesome.
He's just funny as hell.
Yeah, he's great. Cause when I first started the series, because I thought cause I've seen like some super not knowing the story or anything, but like AMVs, and I remember seeing Reagan, and I'm like, oh, okay, so is he like his actual teacher? Like he actually has psychic abilities too, and he tries to teach Mob, and then it turns out he's like a con artist, and I thought, oh, that's kind of lame. Then I just grew to love him immediately. He's great. I thought some of his, what was that club he was a part of, the workout club or whatever? I thought they were.
Dude, I love those. That had to be one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, that was
every time the captain would come on screen and start talking, I'd look over at Amanda. I'm just like, God, I wish I had that man in my life.
Yeah, they were hilarious. I thought Tomei, I think was the one girl who was also like the chick with the black hair. She was like obsessed with telepaths and stuff.
Telepathy club or whatever.
Yeah, I thought she was kind of funny. She kind of reminded me of. Did you guys ever watch Star versus the Forces of Evil? You ever watch that show? Oh, she reminds me of a character from that. But yeah. Overall, I mean, I would say the one thing I wasn't a huge fan of was, or could have been better, was the villains. Not the villain that you were talking about, Brandon, but the two main villains, in season 2, the business guy. I didn't really care a whole lot about him, even though he was in charge of Claw and stuff. Another secret organization, anime secret organization. Yeah, it's not as cool as Akatsuki, and who was the bad guy at the end of season 1 again? It was Claw, but it was the 7th Division type.
That guy in the hood, he sounded like a girl.
Oh yeah.
He took the mask off, and he's a fucking 80-year-old man.
Yeah, that was kind of.
You know what I just realized? The company name was Claw. You know what other animation studio, kind of American, that made Inspector Gadget? Claw.
Oh really? Seriously? No way.
Come on, yeah, isn't it called Claw?
I don't know. It's been a long time
since it might be called Claw.
I forget.
I'm pretty sure it's Claw.
Yeah, no, it's the main villain is Dr. Claw.
Wow. Okay, so connected. That's a theory. Connected. That'd be kind of cool.
And he's literally a guy in a suit. It's a reference to the fucking the main villain.
Yep.
Look at me. Big brain moves going on here.
He's arrogant, greedy, malicious, ruthless, callous, sinister, short-tempered, sadistic.
Yeah. By the way,
my wife.
Hope you don't let her listen to these. Gotta get this out of the way real quick. 0 out of 5, because we did have a trap in here. It was Mob, and I did not enjoy it. I did not appreciate it. So 0 out of 5.
Fugly, dude.
Yeah, fugly. Anyway, favorite fight.
Yeah.
For
It
me,
was
I think the
actually-
alleyway fight is probably really cool. Hopefully, season 3 has like a banger ass fight at the end. I thought again the business guy fight was kind of cool too. Like some of the crazy stuff they did, like getting all the
Claw.
building. Yeah, Mr. Claw.
I thought it was funny that fight. It was cool because it was just different. It always was switching. You know, they were in the sky shooting, fighting in the floating tower, and then
yeah,
it went from all the buildings, and then he turned into like some fire demon crawling around. I was like, oh,
yeah, that was cool.
that's pretty cool. And then fucking when he's about to explode, the giant fucking broccoli.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
the fucking broccoli.
that was funny. Trying to, my favorite part is probably just Reagan getting the mob's power. That was just awesome. Like he didn't even know what was going on. He was just thinking like, oh, this is all fake and stuff. Like that was great.
Like I said, Mogami was my favorite scene. Like I love the possession, like he did with the girl and stuff, and like the
Mhm.
inside fighting and all. Especially with all the demons when they got released, that was cool.
And
Inside the
also,
girl's body.
Reagan caught it first that like she was possessed because he was
Mhm.
saying like, oh, she's switched between Papa and Father. She's possessed. Like I thought that was, dude, Reagan
Well,
has his moments
frickin-
like that. I love.
What's it called? And then like the ending, like when they're fighting, the guy released his spirit or didn't want to, but they accidentally did, and he
Mhm.
nearly killed the plant guy. That was dope. I
That was
don't
pretty
know.
cool.
He was dark. He was like the darkest character in this entire show. So
Also,
far,
just
anyways.
all the scenes where Reagan has these dumb moves and stuff that the narrator says, like, "This is Reagan's super kick" or whatever, and he like
like
or
knees the fucking
self defense kick
Master
or something.
Jodo in the stomach and the demon went out of him.
Yeah, exactly. That was great. Reagan is awesome.
What a great
Yeah. Worst parts. I mean, the fighting's not like the most amazing. I would say I like the fighting, but it's also not like the best fighting. Like like I kept thinking about One Punch Man, how those fights were just fucking awesome. You know,
Season 2.
season 2's good. I still stand
Season
by
2
that.
was okay. I still haven't even finished it because
It was mid.
It's setting up. Guys.
Look, if you come off of the craziest first season and then you go to
Yeah.
that, it's kind of just like, oh.
Yeah, but it's showing you like, don't worry, you'll get that back to that point. But let's just.
I
build
know.
up.
that's a long setup, dude, for the pace that first season gave
I'm
us.
all caught up on the like One Punch Man, like the not the one version, but the one that follows the anime, or the anime follows that manga. Shit's kind of heat.
Okay.
Except for that one arc that we're animating right now, or that got animated.
Okay. But yeah, I thought the fighting was just at most like pretty good, not like amazing or anything like that. And
like every couple, I was like, okay, we'll have one good fight scene where the budget for the last 5 episodes, we'll dump it into this.
yeah. I still thought it was funny though. Although I will admit at the beginning I was kind of thrown off by the comedy a little bit. I'm just like at first I wasn't a huge fan of the animation. Then I really liked it. Let's see, what else didn't I like? I mean, just the villains not being like super great. Like if you're gonna make villains like not be there for too long, do like what One Punch Man did and make them like super fucking crazy looking, or super like
Seeking.
or freaking the what was her name? The freaking bug lady. Oh yeah, that was
Mosquito
awesome.
with the boobies.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So,
The Dominatrix one from season 2. That was awesome.
question. So you know the girl he likes? Did anybody notice every time it went to her screen, like her talking with her friends? Did you know?
Yeah, they were
They're all
vegetable
vegetables.
heads. Yeah, I didn't get that either.
I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like sick. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And Amanda just sat there. I looked at her. I'm like, did you see that? And she's like, what? I'm like, why were her friends vegetables? She's like, you're burning up.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
don't
no,
know.
go back. I'm not losing my mind. I know it.
I don't know. It must have been some weird. I guess
He
because
just-
Mob's so focused on her that he just doesn't think like he just maybe he sees like the outlines of their heads and maybe that's what they look like. I don't know. I'm not sure.
Well, they're just not attractive. What?
Yeah. No one likes vegetables.
On that point, the fucking like it's so focused in season 1 about how he has a crush on her, and then he
Yeah.
just kind of like disappears.
Yeah, I was wondering
actually,
about
I
that
thought the
too.
second season, I thought
It
isn't
has
that when she went into the race and then into the what's it called?
Well, they show bits and pieces of it in season 2, I think, but it's not like the main. Like he tries to run for president for her, doesn't go well, and then he tries to do the run the race and stuff, and like,
and then it
I
just
don't know.
like stops. It's just
Dude.
like what?
I
That
mean,
was
she
kind
saw.
of funny. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say she saw his picture at Reagan's place, like the picture of Reagan and Mob. So maybe that'll come back in season 3, maybe, and she'll be like, "Oh, okay, he works for this guy," because he didn't want anyone to know that he was an exorcist or something.
Mm-hmm.
So
What I was saying was I thought it was funny during the racing, the marathon. He's like, "Yeah, I want to be in the top 10." Like, oh, the telepathy club, like that's impossible. And then the other guy who looks like fucking JoJo comes in, is like, "Here,
Oh,
take
yeah.
these shoes," and he's like, "Whoa, that was so badass!" The fucking like the body improvement club's like outside the window, like jumping, like, "Oh, so that's where they ended up." He bought those, and they were a size too small for him.
yeah, that was great. Yeah, I was gonna say that character. He reminded me of like JoJo and also Yu Yu Hakusho. He was like 2 characters from Yu Yu Hakusho put together.
I fucking love the body improvement club.
Yeah, that they're constantly really good too. I love them. Let's see what next. Yeah, so season 3, I'm excited to get into. Apparently, it's the last season, so I'm wondering if didn't the series start with like some crazy ass shit happening at the beginning, like a crazy fight that we didn't know what was going on, like with the giant. So I'm assuming season 3 maybe that'll wrap around to that maybe. Mob's fighting some crazy things. It's kind of crazy because like you feel like this season kind of felt like because like the guy said like he was like the most powerful being and stuff. Like I don't know if that was gonna kind of
Well,
felt
how many
like he
times
was.
They said that in One Punch.
That's true.
Every villain has said that in One Punch.
Yeah, and they die in one punch, except for the last guy in season 1. He took 2 punches.
More than 2. I mean, if it was King, he would have killed him in 1. But like,
Yeah. Replay value. I don't know. It's like in the middle, sort of.
Not really for me. 1's good enough.
I mean, I want to see season 3.
I guess we gotta
where
see
it
season
ends.
3.
Yeah, I want to see how it ends. But in terms, like again, like I was like the other day, I like had nothing to do, and I was just like rewatching scenes from Overlord, and I'm just like, man, that's a show that like I'm immediately able to like
get back
like
into
there's, well, yeah, there's shows that are
I
like
haven't even watched
you
the new
rewatch.
season of that yet.
Dude, you got to. Well, we'll probably pick it soon, maybe. I don't know. But when it comes to certain animes, when you rewatch scenes, it's like, man, I want to rewatch this again. With Mob, I don't think I'll ever do that, but I'll definitely want to rewatch certain scenes, like with Reagan and stuff and all that. But yeah, it's like in the middle, sort of.
End of season 2, and he's they're all beat up, and they're like, "Oh, let's go to the school and get some extra gym clothes real quick." And the captain's like, "Stop, thieves!" And Reagan's just like holding things. He's like, "I think I beat a little bit."
Yeah. Yeah, as long as Reagan's in season 3, it'll be at the very least it'll still be funny.
Episode 1, Reagan.
I don't know.
frickin'
From what I
dies.
hear, is season 3 focuses a lot more on Mob as a character and less about fighting.
That might be okay. I mean, I don't hate Mob. I like Mob actually a lot more than I thought I would, but because I thought he was just gonna be kind of boring. Because like, I mean, like not Saitama, but like Saitama's kind of. I like Saitama more than Mob, but I mean that's just because
Saitama's boring, but he's like
he's
part
super
of it.
strong.
He's just bored. He's not boring. He's fucking bored.
Yeah, he's bored. Yeah, exactly.
You're supposed to be bored with him.
Okay, rating for seasons 1 and 2. I would go B+ for me. Just because I thought, like, surprised me by how much I liked it. Thought it was funny. And the fighting was pretty cool.
What's the most average thing I can give it?
C's an average, so
I'll give it a C or C minus, somewhere in there.
C or C minus.
It's okay.
What about you, Noah?
I'm at the same area as you, Trent. Like a B+.
B+. Yeah, I mean, I hope it ends on a I mean, I still think it. I mean, I hope it ends on a high note because like it just when I found out season 3 was the end, I'm like, okay, yeah, I definitely want to like get into that immediately just to see how it ends because especially with those big 3 that we were talking about, like with this and One Punch Man and Overlord was like this will be the first one that actually has an ending, and I'm interested to see how it ends because although I was, what's that?
It's gonna pull a cyberpunk edge runners. Everyone's gonna fucking die.
Except Reagan, he survives and he has Mob's powers, and then he goes off and yeah, I mean, yeah, but yeah, those are our thoughts on seasons 1 and 2, and we'll just get right into season 3. All right, 3, 2, 1, and we're back with Mob Psycho season 3, continuation of Noah's pick, and I felt like this season felt like an odds and ends season. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
I feel like a bunch of random stuff that they're like, oh, well, we wanted to do this. Let's just throw it in this last season or whatever. Like, this season definitely felt the most messy. For sure.
I felt like they were just trying to dot their I's and cross their T's so no one could be like, well, what about this? What about that?
Yeah.
No rhyme or reason.
See, that's why I said this season was more like it's gonna focus on the growth of characters and shit.
I mean, did it that? I mean, like, it kind of focused on Mob in the
there wasn't
last
a lot of
couple
fighting.
episodes,
It was just more like, this is what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know.
that's...
I wasn't invested in it. I'm not gonna lie. Freaking the whole broccoli and dimple thing.
Yeah, I thought
I
that was
was
going to
just
be the
like-
last like thing of the season. Then it ended halfway through. I'm like, oh, there's still more after this, I guess. Okay, and then they just kept going and going, and then they did like the stuff with Mob like going evil or whatever, and then that lasted a couple episodes, and there was some cool stuff in it, but for the most part, like honestly, I mean, like season 2 kind of like felt like the end, and then this just kind of feels like, oh, hey, we still have a little bit more.
Honestly, it felt like I just a bunch of OVAs thrown in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
no, I agree.
I feel like the I don't know, like I feel like season 1 might have been the peak for me. I think, you know, the finale, because Reagan got like those powers. He was like at 1,000%, and that was so fucking cool. That part. There's some cool stuff in season 2, but yeah, I just felt season 3 was just sort of like let's just get this over with type season. And it's kind of interesting because in the dub, the Mob's voice actor was different because there was apparently some like union dispute with Crunchyroll, so like a bunch of voice actors for the show didn't come back.
Oh,
So
geez.
Mob's voice was different, so that kind of like, it wasn't terrible, it just kind of like threw me for a loop a little bit, being like, oh, okay, the new guy did all right, but he wasn't like fantastic.
Yeah,
there
weren't
was a
they
couple-
exposed for like paying their voice actors like $100 an episode or some shit?
yeah, I think it may have been something like
Holy
that.
crap!
There was also, I think, because this season I think was simul dubbed, and there's like some weird thing with that with simul dub series where like they didn't negotiate like a new contract or something. So that's also why, because like the voice actor who originally did Mob made like a YouTube video saying like, hey guys, like I wanted to do season 3, but I'm not, because they're not negotiating a new deal with like the Film Actors Guild or something. But yeah, so yeah,
That's really weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll just go through my notes because honestly, it's just a bunch of random stuff. So like, you had the episode with the yokai hunter. He was kind of funny. When he was like, before he was about to meet Reagan, he was like practicing like, "Good day, sir. Good day, sir." And then he walks and he's like, "Sir, day good." So that was pretty funny. And like, just another reason why this season's random is just because there's episodes with aliens in it, and it just felt so weird. That felt like an OVA. And the aliens were just super fucking weird, anime-eyed aliens and stuff. So like,
And then the ending, the guy was there on their planet.
yeah, and he's like a rock star or whatever, because he wakes up one day, he has a bunch of lipstick marks all over him. Like,
But before that, he's like, yeah, when I got there, they treated me like celebrity. Things got weird, and next year his clothes go flying up, and you see him like in bed with kisses or whatever all over. I'm like, my boy got molested, bro.
That's kind of funny, but it's also just like, it's so random. It's so weird.
My boy got like raped by an alien race, dude.
Yep, probed. Another reason why I didn't like the season as much, because I don't think there's not as much Reagan in it. Reagan was like the saving grace of the series for me. I feel like he wasn't in this series enough. or in this last season enough, and it's just kind of like, okay, I mean, whatever. I mean, again, like they want, it's like you said, no, they wanted to focus more on like Mob and stuff, I guess. And then, you know, you had the whole Dimple fake out death, and then it turns out he's alive. That was kind of lame. Again, like, there's another thing where, like, I was rewatching one of those episodes in season 2 where, like, all of a sudden the one kid showed up, and the next thing you know, like, Mob's house is on fire, and you see the bodies in there. I remember when I watched that episode, I was like, dude, if this show actually killed off, like, his family, I'm going to give it massive props for doing that, because I did not see that coming. I got... But and then it turned out to be like a fake out. I was like, okay, that's whatever. And then they did it again with Dimple. I'm like, how many times are you gonna do this where like someone they're dead, but then it turns out they're not dead? Like I kind of like don't like that about certain stuff. I got spoiled on My Hero because I was listening to someone talk about this and comparing it to some of My Hero. I'm like, fucking hell. That kind of sucks. So, but yeah. So another thing that was also weird is that Mob. Okay, didn't in season 2, Mob find out that Reagan didn't have powers, but then they did another whole revelation in this season too that, like, because Reagan went up to him and he said, "I don't have powers," and that's what snapped Mob out of his like psycho streak or whatever. I don't know.
I didn't understand that either. I was like, this isn't news. He said he knew already.
Yeah, unless it was some weird sub thing, maybe. I don't know. Maybe they misinterpreted something. I have no idea.
Cut the budget for the translators.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe if you look back at that episode, Mob never said like he knew that he was a fake. He just said like, "Oh yeah, I always knew that my master was a good guy." Like that's it. Like he didn't necessarily point it out, but I always thought that like it was an underlying thing that he knew. But yeah, I mean, I guess So that was kind of weird. And then I thought like the last couple episodes were kind of cool with Mob going like psycho and stuff, but it's kind of stupid how it just happens because he just gets hit by a car and then he's just like, ah. So
I thought it would have been cool if like a different ending if what they did was they made him like legit die and then his powers just took over his body and then like I don't know.
I thought we were gonna
I don't know. I saw that I'm like, oh cool, he's dead.
I thought we were gonna go back to the beginning of the series because the first scene we see in the series we see like what looks like Mob fighting like a whole bunch of giant creatures and stuff, and I thought it was just gonna go back to that, but apparently not. That was just a random opening scene for some reason. I guess. Played. Yeah, that was kind of.
I don't like it when didn't Berserk do that too?
Dude, a lot of animes do that.
Did what?
Yeah, where he's fighting that monster in the beginning. I think it was in the movie.
Well, in Berserk, the first series, or the first episode, that was the Black Swordsman arc. Like that's the beginning of that, and then it goes back to.
Well, no. I'm just saying, like when he was fighting that demon, the first thing you see,
like when he uses his cannon arm.
Yeah.
Well, that's him killing it.
I know, but it was just like one of those things where, like, where in the story was that? But I guess it was just one of those things where they never got to that part of the story where it was.
Well, yeah, they showed like the Black Swordsman arc first, and then they're like, okay, let's go back in time and then show how he got to this point. So, but yeah,
remember Berserk? What was the shitty 3D animated one?
Yeah,
Berserk 2016.
Pretty sure that's what it opened up on. That's what 2016 opened up on.
Oh, did it?
Scene.
I don't remember what the 2016 one opened up.
Oh,
on.
maybe. I don't know. So. Freaking the 2016. The 2016 was like a freaking acid trip. I felt like, man.
It was still kind
of. Yeah,
fun,
that shit was ass.
It was bad, dude.
I only cared about it for the story.
The story was good.
I only liked the part where the horse tried to rape the girl.
Okay. Oh my god. You know, man. Every time you say something, I wonder if I'm allowed to publicly say I know you.
Oh man.
Anyway, yeah.
Back to Mob Psycho.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. Again, comparing this to so did you like what did you think about this season? Noah, like, did you like it, or were you just sort of like meh on it?
I mean, it was. I mean, I liked the series, so yeah, I liked it, but I think it was a good good ending.
Yeah, it shows Mob laughing.
It was a good way just to wrap everything up.
Yeah, I guess.
Just imagine if they just were like just shitting out more seasons by forcing him to do more and more shit.
I felt like all they had was the last few episodes worth of content, and they're like, shit, we gotta like fill up the other 12 episodes. So they added the alien one and stuff like that, and it was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, those alien.
I will say, Someone agrees with me that the ending was not that bad. Was critical, said he was finally happy that it ended this way. All I'm saying.
I
You like
guess.
the
I
ending
mean,
too?
yeah, I guess. I mean,
I guess I was never really the hugest fan of the show, so maybe I wasn't.
I mean,
that
I
invested
liked
in the
it
ending.
more than I thought I would in the first 2 seasons, but like season 3, it just kind of was just like, I mean, what are we doing here? And then, I mean, I don't mind the ending. I thought it was nice, like how they threw a party for Reagan's birthday and stuff like that was kind of cool. But yeah, for the most part, yeah, this season did not really do it for me. And again, like it'd be one thing if it was leading into like the next season, maybe if there's a reason, like they're building up like Mob's character, like again, I'll say it again, like One Punch Man season 2, it's a build up. You guys are gonna feel so stupid hating on season 2 when season 3 comes out. You'll be like, oh, I should have waited.
Trent, I've already I'm ahead of everything, man.
Yeah,
I'm excited for the next seasons. I just think
I
season
didn't
2
even
is
finish
disappointing.
after season 2.
You guys are haters, man. Haters.
I came
not
close.
hating.
I know I came close, but it was just like
I'm not hating, but when you're in a tournament for 6 episodes straight,
Dude, I'm
Yeah, that was
freaking.
pretty
I'm gonna
good.
go watch Dragon Ball Z right now, and I love it. They're like in the 10th episode of a tournament right now. It's awesome.
listen, man, I have a different love for Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. Yeah. So, in season 3, I mean, was there anything that you did like in season 3, Brandon, or anything particular that stood out to you?
The ending animation when he was fighting whoever the blonde kid is, I forget his name, was pretty cool.
Teru, I think.
Yeah, like they made him like super realistic in the one shot where he was like bleeding in his eyes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, that's pretty dope. But I don't know.
Like
I was
when
looking-
they cut to shit like that.
I was looking back at the Arataka fight from season 2. The guy who could like, the guy who can like transport and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, that fight was so fucking cool because there's a shot where like there's one guy looking down, he has a gun, it's a POV shot, and he's like trying to track him down. Then all of a sudden he appears beside him, and he's like, "You're gonna shoot?" And
Yeah, that was
punches him in
pretty
the
dope.
face. That was fucking awesome. And that's why I feel nothing
I-
in season 3 I think matched that.
No.
So
I feel like they didn't have any other rivals to try to that could be like that.
yeah, because I thought Claw originally was going to be the main bad. You know, like they're this anime's version of the Monster Association or whatever it's called in One Punch Man. Like I thought it was going to be that, but then just
Then we came
they
to
defeated
realize
him
it was
once.
Mob himself.
Yeah, he became evil because he got hit by a car. And then also the ending, like, I guess you can say it was a subversion that he told the girl he likes they liked her, and then she's just like, nah, I don't like you that way. Like, okay, I guess that's subversion, but it kind of just feels like it was all pointless. Like, why was she in this series in the first place?
I'm pretty sure, isn't it like underlined that she liked his brother?
No, I don't think so. unless I
Because she
missed
said she
something.
liked somebody.
Oh, no, she made up that story at Are you talking about when she visited Reagan at the
I guess, yeah.
spirits and such? Yeah, she said she made up that story to test Reagan to see if he was like a fake.
That
or
was
not.
really weird because I felt like the whole way lining up, they were like saying, like pretty much hinting that she liked him too. You remember
mean,
that? Remember when he fixed the story for that one girl, like the papers,
Yeah, the book.
and then she was like, "Nice, Mom," and like
Yeah, I remember
walked
that.
away. It was just kind of like, "Oh, bitch."
Yeah, I don't know what the point of her character was, but I mean, I guess like maybe to show at the end that he's in control of his emotions finally. I guess because then he like started crying afterwards. I guess it's like, oh, she turned me down, you know. So I guess I don't know, but yeah, at the end, the ultimate enemy was himself.
You know, it would be pretty dope if he lost control like immediately after she rejected him, and he just goes
Yeah,
on a
that's how it
rampages and fucking kills her.
Turns out life sucks, people. So
That would have been fucking dope. Just shit.
it's like, huh? I think I'll be okay. Like, like
Fucking
just goes crazy,
annihilates her.
destroys the entire
Listen,
planet.
man. All I'm saying is look how quickly they closed out this series, right? It didn't pull an Attack on Titan have four parts in the last season.
It didn't do what?
There's not 4 parts in the last season at least. is all
Yeah,
I'm saying.
Yeah.
but Attack
I
on
like how they
Titan's still
just wrapped
fucking
it up.
good though.
Yeah,
man.
that's the thing. Attack on
I
Titan is
love it,
so
but I'm
fucking
starting
good.
to lose excitement as there's more and more
I'm
parts.
sure. I'm pretty sure this is the last
I swear
season.
to God. Yeah, I
Dude,
said that last time.
we've been saying that for the last 2 seasons. This is the last one. This is the
I
last
swear.
one.
It's the final
I-
season.
I am sure
Final
this is
season,
definitely the
part
last
3.
part.
I mean, half the
But-
world's already destroyed. I mean, what more could they do on Attack on Titan?
Yeah, I know.
This should be the last season. I swear to God, if they leave
They
it on
do a
another
sequel
cliffhanger-
series.
They're like aliens.
Oh my gosh, please.
There's a
Please,
secret
Adam.
underground facility that created the Titans.
We have to stop them. Oh my goodness, please don't do that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I kind of get that. Like, I prefer anime to have a beginning, middle,
I don't know.
end, you
Last
know, and-
season was so fucking good, dude. So,
yeah, and
like,
that's
I'm
the
still
reason why
hyped.
I'm okay with it, because it's still good. Like, if it pulled like a Mob Psycho season 3, and I'm just like, what the hell's going on here? Then I'd be like, why the fuck are you stretching it out 3 parts? Like, that'd be like,
I just want to see the ending, man. I just want to see it animated.
Yeah, I know. I want to see the ending too. And I forget. I need to look up when it's coming out. I think it's coming out in April.
I feel like fucking Aaron Yeager pointing across the sea. Is that the end?
Is
Is it? If we watch this season, is this the end?
Well, we
Look, you
finally
gotta
be
realize
free.
is that Mappa is animating 9 animes at the same
Yeah,
time.
dude,
right
fucking yeah. I know they're doing Jujutsu Kaisen, Chainsaw Man, freaking
Well,
Attack on
Chainsaw Man and
Titan.
Attack on Titan have to be their top selling
Yeah,
points
Jujutsu
right now.
Kaisen, Vinland Saga season 2.
oh yeah.
I need to
Hell's
finish that.
Paradise,
I need to
Yuri on
finish that.
Ice, Kakaguri Twin,
Wait, wait a
Zombieland
minute.
Saga, Alice in Threshold's Illusionary Factory or Illusion Factory.
Did you say? Wait,
Yuri on
Yuri on
Ice.
Ice?
It's a lie,
movie.
by the way. It should be called Yaoi on Ice. It's a bunch of gay guys. I don't care. I don't want that. But whatever.
Man,
they-
I'm dead.
They're making another season?
A movie.
Oh, another movie. Oh, they're making a movie. Okay. Yeah.
I
Maybe,
think they-
you know what they should do? You know what Mappa should do? Give season 4, part 3 back to Wit Studio and let them finish it. Because I miss Wit Studio's animation. I mean, I like Mappa's animation, but Wit Studio is... Their first season looked really good. But anyway, yeah. Things we didn't like about season 3. I mean, I think we pretty much said a lot. Like, it just kind of felt like an odds and ends type of season. A lot of stuff that just, like, you know, just seemed like random to me personally. It definitely, like, the show, like, went up and then it went down with this season. Yeah, let's see. What's next? Replay value. I'm not going to rewatch Mob Psycho ever again, I don't think.
Nope.
Even though I like season 1 and 2, I don't know if I'll ever like rewatch the entire series.
I'll watch some
scenes.
cool AMV maybe.
Pretty sure.
Oh,
Pretty
dude.
sure I've said.
Oh yeah, I should send you.
Pretty
an
sure I
AMV.
said I'm not gonna watch this for a 3rd time.
Yeah. I'll send you an AMV of Mob Psycho brand because there's a pretty good one I know of. Yeah, rating. Final thoughts for all of Mob Psycho. Brandon, what do you give Mob Psycho?
Below average. What do we say average was, like C?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give it a C. It wasn't. Yeah, C's fine.
The entire series, I say.
Entire series.
Okay.
Wow.
For me, it's weird. I'm between a B- and a C+. Because originally, I think for the first 2 seasons, I gave it like a B+, but this season's probably like a D+. Like, I mean, I don't know. I feel like,
What have we put in D before though?
what have we put in D? Black Butler season 1 for me.
Is it as bad as that?
Well, this season, not the entire
That's what I
series.
mean.
No, are we going all the way down to the bottom? Are we saying it's as bad as that one anime?
Black Heaven? No, it's not as bad as Black Heaven.
Yeah, no, it's not that bad.
I'm trying to think of other things we put in D. See, the problem is stuff that we put in D, I don't remember.
Yeah, no.
Like
me too.
Dragon's
That's why
Dogma. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember that one. Let's see. Yeah, it's probably not as
that
bad.
one.
I think you
X-Arm.
did. Yeah. Let's see. I probably end up giving it like the entire series. I'll go C or a B-. I'll stick with B-. I think the animation alone is worth letter grade, and like I still think the first 2 seasons are good. Although, you know, now again, season 3 though, I don't know.
Season 3
You know, I'm
was
gonna
fucking dog water.
I'm gonna go C+. Actually, I'm gonna go C+ for the entire series. I think. What about you,
No,
Noah?
I'm gonna hold steady at my B.
Would you say B?
It's above average to me. I think
So,
it's
like-
one of the better new ones out.
I'll admit that.
Yeah.
A lot of the new ones are just getting lazy.
Like
I remember
X-Arm.
like
Overlord.
dude, I'll tell you what, like, man, you remember like like when I was in high school, dude, like they were releasing like new ideas consistently, and it was awesome. Now it's just the same old. Oh, I'm in another world, and this or that, just slightly different
like
from the
I
other.
said, Brandon.
Don't diss Overlord.
No, Brandon.
Overlord's
like I said,
fine.
Fine.
in terms of like
My
manga right
goodness.
now, the big thing is reincarnation and like some like fucking love universe, like a Tomy shit.
I don't
a
know,
what
man.
again?
I'm getting tired. You know, like a Tomy games where you like pick a love interest, go through all that shit.
Mhm.
Oh,
I've seen
They-
that. I've
they are
watched. I've
obsessed.
watched a bunch of those.
With them getting
Like-
reincarnated in that shit right now. It's all women getting reincarnated into a world full of hot men.
really?
Some of
That's
them
the
are
big
okay.
thing now.
That is the big thing right now. Yes.
That seems weird.
I open up the app I use, and that's all. It's just pages of it.
I don't know,
When I hit
man. When I was in
fantasy.
high school, it was like Kami Got Kill. You had Overlord coming out. You had like Attack on Titan, and like in the first few seasons, it was just so fucking good. These fresh ideas, and I get it. Like after a while, you are gonna run out. But now they're just pumping these animes out, man, and they just don't care. I feel like.
I think as long as they put like new twists into it, like I feel like Overlord's that where like I mean it's like you take the main idea of like okay I'm stuck in this world, another world and stuff, but like I feel like they do enough different things to where like I'm okay with it. It's
Honestly, I
different
just feel
enough.
like it's the amount of effort they put into it. Like I feel like every anime that they have, like the reincarnation, there is something different, which is fine.
They're all slightly different, but none of
That-
them go,
yeah.
oh, I have a different idea. I'm going to follow a new storyline. They just do the exact same.
Exactly.
Until we get the one where it does do that and it's like a whole huge
sh-
thing and then everyone tries to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm going to show up to the Adventure Guild. I'm going to get my ranking. I'm going to shoot up in rankings up to the highest ranking as fast as I can. Faster than anyone's ever done it. I'm now the strongest person in this world.
Until he's not.
Yeah, until he's not.
Until he's not.
I was gonna say one random thing before we go. Is I for some reason I got on my like recommends on YouTube I'm getting like Mobile Suit Gundam The Witch from Mercury like clips. Dude, I'm pretty sure the main character or main characters, the two chicks, I think they're married and that's awesome. We need to get to that series as soon as possible. Unless it's just some anime crap, I don't know, where they're just lying or something, but I don't know. But it's from the official Crunchyroll account, so I mean I don't know.
Okay.
Definitely gonna put that to the top of the list. Anyway, yeah, those are our thoughts on all of Mob Psycho seasons 1 through 3. Tell us what you guys thought about it. Be sure to leave a like, share, favorite, review, comment on YouTube, and I will read it first thing on the show every time. I was gonna say check out my new anime opening switcheroo, but freaking it, you can't. No one can see it because freaking Japan keeps banning them. It's like it's a fun series. I like doing it, but like. Man, I hate when they always get blocked worldwide because I think they're kind of fun to make. Like I don't know, Brandon, if you saw, I was playing part of it in the chat when you.
I opened it up, but my mic wasn't working, so I couldn't hear
Oh,
anything.
I switched the Kings game opening. You remember that one?
Yeah,
With
yeah.
the Berserk 2016 opening, and it was fucking. I'll show you after this, but anyway, yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a casual anime discussion. My name's Trent.
My name's Brandon.
And we'll see you guys next time.
Hands on my feet.